Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking to throw on second down. Dixon. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. On first down, it's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on third down, Dixon eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to fourth down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Rosa's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like that. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Panther football to start quarter number 2. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Dixon. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance according to Next Gen Stats. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Brady. To Mixon on the check down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Daron Payne breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady under pressure. They got him again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Going deep for Hopkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll bring them back within 4. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now hang on here, because down on the field and appearing to be grimacing in some pain is the tight end, Zach Ertz. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Second down and 3. Looking to throw. Dixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Dixon. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down. Dixon, flush to his right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Flushed out right. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So we come upon halftime. Intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
And he's brought down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Brady. He gets this to the former Aztec, Kahale Waring. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Gain 21 yards. And the Panther first down.
On first down, Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the gun on 3rd down, Dixon. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Panthers add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll run on first down. Mixon takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. from midfield. Here's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Completes it out left to Waring. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Brady. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets it back within a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Past the 20. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The option to give to Williams here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Dixon. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'll come up first. To throw is Brady. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Third down, Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for the Panthers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.